Thank you for joining me. I have some thoughts I'd like to share as far as what my plans are I would like to talk about the state of the co-op mod, some of the uncertainty I feel as far as that goes, what my plans as far as Armored Core 6 are when I got this game. I pre-ordered it and played as much as I can, is achieve 10,000 hours in the game. Now, most games I'm done with after, maybe 300. Maybe I'll play the campaign. I'll platinum the game after about 100 hours. If I really like the game, I'll play it for another couple hours. And in some rare cases, I'll play it for thousands of hours if, say, it's a good deathmatch game, or if it's something that is extremely entertaining. And I think that this game is one of those games where I could put 10,000 hours into it. The only other series that I've ever dedicated that kind of time to was Monster Hunter. And I used to play Monster Hunter Freedom Unite specifically. I played that game for probably about 16,000 hours. Had all the gear unlocked, I had a few people that I would regularly play with on a website called Hunsterverse. I hooked up with some excellent players. I saw people push every weapon type to their absolute limits. I was a big fan of the hammer and the twin swords. I've always liked DPS over defense. What I want to do is just pour a lot of time into the game, and I want to try and focus on PvP. Something unfortunate happened to me a few months ago. Now, I had made a big bunch of neat decals, labels on the AC, things like this. Simple stuff like this, just to paste on your AC. I'm not sad that I lost the decals, that's not what this is about. But you see, right now, I am in the co-op mod, UE's co-op mod for AC6, and I had done a big bunch of these neat looking decals in the co-op mod. And I kept running into cheaters in ranked, and I thought to myself, these sons of bitches are cheating constantly in ranked. I've seen speed hacks, I've seen people who are invincible, I've seen people lag switch, especially lag switch because it's undetectable. And it was really frustrating playing ranked, and I didn't much care for that. My logic was, well, EAC isn't even working, it's not doing anything, and I should be okay if I were to, and this was my mistake, if I were to convert my save from co-op, which didn't have any hacked items, didn't have any illegal, if you will, or cheatery. All I really wanted was my stickers. All I wanted was my decals for my robot. So, I converted my save from co-op to, and this was about 5 months ago, 5-6 months ago, and I've been bored to tears because something has happened where the file at Bandai Namco is not synced up with my player save. And I've been banned for a year, 2 6-month bans. It all started because I converted a save file from co-op to the base game just because I wanted the stickers. That's all I wanted. I had already unlocked all the parts, I didn't need co-am. It was useless, I had all the OS chips, I had platinumed the game. There was nothing to gain from converting the file except for my decals. Well, that's a 6-month ban, which, frankly, a half-year ban over something like that is, in my opinion, way too heavy-handed. I can understand a month ban, 30-day. I can understand maybe a 90-day ban, 3 months. But half a year for over stickers. Another user who suffered a similar fate because of Bandai Namco's really heavy-handed policy was Let Me Solo Her, probably one of the most famous Elden Ring players. He modded in Fortnite dances as emotes. He didn't mod in invincibility. He didn't mod in an overpowered weapon. He didn't mod in anything that gave him an advantage in the game. He just wanted some cute animations. right? He just wanted some Fortnite dances. Other people can't even see those animations unless they have those files locally on their machine. So even if he had obscene dances like him flying the middle finger or grabbing his crotch or some obscene animation, other people would be able to see it because they don't have those files. They don't have those animation files. Even with him downloading that, it didn't have any impact on the gameplay at all. And he got a 6-month ban over some animations. This anti-modding attitude for Bandai, it's very anti-PC gamer. PC gamers, there's a whole Nexus mod page for alternative visuals for, like, for example, replacing the Noctrier set with the Lahire set from Armored Core 4 Answer. Looks pretty cool. A lot of people loved Armored Core 4 Answer. I'm a big fan of the Lahire frame. I don't think that it fits the art style of Armored Core 6, so I didn't bother downloading it. Armored Core 6 isn't brown enough. It's not dusty and brown enough, and it doesn't have enough frame loss for me to feel like it needs the Lahire frame. But jokes aside, PC gamers love to customize their stuff, their video game machines, the machines themselves, and in some cases a lot of the data is highly customized, right? That's what we're into. We choose our favorite color for the RGB lights. You know, we pick a case out that has nice glass panels on it or has the look that we like, when we can afford it anyway. And we put together our machines, and we're proud of them, and look at what it looks like. We study on websites and stuff to figure out how to build these things. It's a very personal experience, PC gaming. Like, we take it a little too seriously, right? So, as you can imagine, I bet a lot of people are banned from playing on Bandai Namco or From Software servers, not because they're cheating necessarily, but because they're PC gamers. They customize stuff. That could lead to misunderstandings, that could lead to false positives, and it could lead to breaches of terms of service, which, by the way, the terms of service are really the problem here. The terms of service are so draconian that they really expect PC gamers to not customize their experience. I mean, PC gamers in some cases, especially some of these Linux users, have control over every byte on their hard drive. Every little bit. Everything that goes on their computers is because they have control over it. And PC gamers love that level of control. And even in some cases, console gamers too, they'll mod their machine. You know, it's theirs to do what they want with. The problem arises when you try to take someone else's software and sell it as your own. That's a major breach of legal obligations. You can get fined or go to jail for doing that because it's theft. That truly is theft, and I understand. If the terms of service were as simple as just follow the law, sadly, for a lot of these companies, that doesn't suffice. They want to have more control over what you have on your computer than you do over your computer in some cases. And I think that Bandai Namco really doesn't understand. There's this miscommunication between PC gamers and these big companies. These big companies are detached from the reality of PC gaming, and it's kind of sad because a lot of their employees at these companies have probably already spoken up about the policy and said things like, I don't know, that doesn't seem, because I'm sure there's enough nerds at these places like us are part of the PC gaming scene. They have custom machines at home. They're passionate about it. They probably got into game development because of that passion to begin with. And some stuffy, out of touch suit and tie who doesn't really understand what PC gamers want out of their experience they'll come up with policies that sound like they make sense on paper, but don't serve to protect the company at all. If anything, it just loses customers in the long run. Well, it loses customers in the short term because I know that night raid's right around the damn corner. And what if somebody like me, or somebody like, Let Me Solo Her, I'm sure the game's going to be successful and it'll sell a whole lot of copies and they're going to be raking in the money over it. That's not my point. They really could rake in a little bit more money. Just a little bit more. They should get every penny they can get if they didn't have these draconian anti-mod policies. Because the mods really aren't a threat to their game. It's not a threat to their intellectual property. Except for maybe in some fringe cases. And it's not taking any money out of their pocket for them to exist. And they don't take away from the experience of other gamers who choose not to mod. It's not like anything is being taken away from the vanilla players. I'll be honest with you, I prefer the vanilla experience. I like the artistic vision of Armored Core. I agree with it. I don't think it needs to be modified, personally. And I was using the in-game engine tools to make the decals that I converted that save over to. And it's just kind of sad that, well, too bad, you're in the Bandai Namco gulag for 6 months to a year. So I won't be able to play Ranked until August this year, which is a shame. I've waited even longer than that to play Armored Core to begin with. I am a huge fan of this series, and I will put in 10,000 hours. And I will find ways outside of the Bandai Namco servers to do PvP with people. And the co-op mod seems to be one of those ways. And there's another mod coming out. I don't know when it'll be released, but I'll find ways to play PvP regardless. There's a mod for that. You can download and still play PvP with me. But that's besides the point. What I'm really getting at here is I will find a way to put in 10,000 hours regardless into this game, and come August, I'm gonna try to go for that S rank. And I'm gonna be making videos of that. And I'll be making videos between now and then on modded content. So, that's basically all I have to say. And I'm going to use this computer to do content for Armored Core. Not just until my band lifts, it's going to be afterward. And for years to come. I mean, it might take me about 3 or 4 years to reach that 10,000 hour goal because it took me more than a year to get 3,500 hours. I look forward to doing that. And if anybody is wondering why I don't show ranked matches, that's why. I got shit canned. This just is what it is. That's what I get for modifying a save file. You know, and regardless if you agree or not, I think that the terms of service and the punishments that are issued for breaching terms of service are a bit ridiculous both ways. Both the terms are silly, and the punishment for it is silly. And I hope that more and more people become aware of that to take action based on that, either maybe communicate with From Software, Bandai Namco about your displeasure with that policy, or take it as a strong warning not to mess with your files whatsoever. Don't toy with it, which, I'll be honest with you, as a PC gamer, that's really hard to ask of people because a lot of people are into doing that. So either way, take what you will from that. I look forward to doing more. And if you decide to run around in the co-op mod, or if you come back to this channel, I'll see you later.
Nice dissolve.